Victory, my friends, here. Decadent Choco, Cake Tower, Tray 20, and we're going to break it all down for you in today's episode, and we're going to talk about that RNG and how to make it less RNG. That's right. Thank you for tuning in today as we have the #1 free-to-play player guide for you here on how to beat this, my friends. And if you enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe. On top of that, if you got a question, if you got a comment, let me know, because I love to hear from you as always, and would love to see you in our amazing community and Discord server, my friends. Now, that information is available to you down below, along with our timestamps where I'll break all this stuff down, I promise. Additionally, we'll go for the run. We're giving you the 4 T's, the tactics, the team, the treasure, and the toppings in order to help you succeed here today in Decadent Choco Cake Tower Tray 20. So let's get going, because you're wondering exactly what this is, and I'm so happy that I got some more Radiant Biscuit dough because I'm almost out. That's right. This thing is tough. That is really, really true. And many of you have been asking me for a guide. Many of you have been asking me about it. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk all about the different pieces, key parts, and the details to help you make it and break it so that you can go to 21 just like I did. So let's go here, my friends, because that is why you're here. And again, please feel free to ask questions. I do my best to help, and I will continue to iterate. Many of you are always asking for help. Please join the Discord server. Lots of great players in there giving great feedback all the time when I can't get as responsive. So with that, let's go here, because you want to see how to beat Animatronic of Deceit. That's right. So first and foremost, as always, we still have our special conditions here. If this battle, or in this battle, cookies will have certain stats adjusted. Min cookie level 70, min cookie skill level 70, min cookie grade 5-star. I don't have 5 stars of everything. That's right, because I'm free to play. So Bond, Sugar Gnome, laboratory costume sets, guild level, guild relics, landmark, statue of heroic, radiance, topping bonus effects. What matters are those biscuits. That's why I'm pretty much out of that biscuit dough. Anyway, here we go. Animatronic of Deceit. This thing, use Frost Queen Cookie's rally effect to constantly freeze the target. Dealing focus damage and healing can help as well, so don't forget that as well. But the big thing here is really this right there, and we'll come to that focus damage here in a second. Now, a couple things. We got Indomitable Will. After receiving a certain amount of regular attack damage over a given period of time, cast a debuff that will greatly reduce attack and attack speed, regardless of debuff immunity. We also have Paper Dagger Throw. Deals damage to the nearest target. So this thing essentially will wipe you. So be careful on that. Puppet Show Rehearsal deals damage to the 2 furthest targets. Targets cookies first, dragging enemies along and reducing their move speed. Additionally, here we got Summon Paper Soldiers. Summons Paper Soldiers. And we have Strings of Destruction. Deals damage to all targets and inflicts vampiric bite. So essentially what we want to do is not hit any of these. That's right. Don't want to hit any of those. They're going to hurt, and that can be game over really, really quick. And reset. That's what most of you are going to hear and see when it comes to this. And again, many tries. It did take me a long time to get to this particular space, and we're going to talk about those key things in a second. Now, we have Frost Queen Cookie right here. We got Sherbet, and we also have Snow Sugar Cookie. So 3 key cookies that you can absolutely use here. And then don't forget about this. We got Frost Queen Harbinger of Ice. We got team's ice type damage up. Freeze 35% chance when all allies deal ice type damage to a frost target. Freeze duration 1.0 seconds. We got damage after freeze cookies, 115% of Frost Queen's cookies attack damage after freeze others, 123 or 132% of Frost Queen's. Now the thing here is I'm only at 16 and I got through. Ideally you want to be above 20, at least that would be my recommendation in order to get by here. It is very tough. So one thing that you can absolutely do is continue to focus on Frost Queen. And if you're looking for those trial guides, I do have them here on the channel, and I'll stay tuned. A great time to like and subscribe for more coming, because I will update those here soon as well. So let's go in and let's talk about the strategy in this team. So a couple things here. When we look at our skill elements here, we don't have a ton to choose from. We only got 5. You can actually try and run this with all 5, by the way. What you will lose, though, is the amplifier from Linzer right there. So the other thing that you got to be aware of is that first one is normally going to get drilled. So you need to be able to survive the first dagger that the animatronic throws out there. The good one here is this right here with the Yeti. That's correct. So the Yeti's not going to get knocked out. You can pop it in and not get knocked out. Exactly. So if you do run something else, that can be a challenge. Now, there are a couple other cookies that you can definitely try in this space. I've tried to mix some of these things up a little bit with a more defense-esque one in the front, something like an Elder Fairy as an example, or trying to get some other heal in there with Cream Ferret. Can be some other alternatives that maybe can help you get by. However, again, this is what worked. So we're going to come back to that in a little bit. Now, additionally here, a couple things. Really what we're trying to do is lock this boss down. Constantly freeze. This is going to give us a little bit of recovery and heal. It's going to block a lot of stuff. We got more frost off this. These three ones are really the big ones. Frost Queen, really Sherbet is going to be the big one to help you deal this damage. You want to keep getting those stacks on as fast as possible. Keep stacking. Stack. I can't say that enough. That is going to make or break it. The more you can do it, the faster you can do it, is going to help you take down animatronic boss here. And then again, Linzer to amplify with everything, with the moveset right here, the deduction, my friends. That's key. Super key to get the deduction stack and all that stuff on there, and suspect buff. Huge. Now, when it comes to our treasures, again, I don't have everything max, which is great. So I know that you can, if I can do this, you can do this. Here we're on attack with Old Pilgrim Scroll. We're on cooldown with Squishy Jelly Watch and Dream Conductor's Whistle here specifically. Ideally, what you're trying to do in terms of your RNG is pushing it to the limit a little bit more, trying to make it a little bit more consistent. You can move to crit if you want to. I just like this a little bit better with the focus damage and the focused attack, which can also help. And if someone does get knocked out, then you get that heal. That might be able to make or break it, because you just need one cookie and enough damage to get by to win. All right, so now we got topping bonus effects. So it is that time, my friends. A great time to like and subscribe here, because we got more guides like this here on the channel for you, particularly when it comes to Decadent Choco trays, and additionally Cake Tower. Additionally here, all of our gear and toppings and biscuit guides, right? So we do have those all down below for you in a playlist and here on the channel. The big thing here is this: cooldown. Like I said, right here, right? I could do even better, but I don't have that much of the biscuit stuff. Here we're on cooldown as well, and then our biscuit, we're splitting cooldown and crit. Additionally here, we're on cooldown again with Sherbet and a little bit of attack there. Here we're on cooldown, and we're on a lot of cooldown right here as well. If you can move this to attack or something like that, that's even better. And then Linzer here, we're on speed. You can go a little bit of defense or damage resist or HP here. That's going to allow it to survive and not get hit. You don't necessarily need to be on attack speed, because by the time anyway, you're going to have the 7 stacks. So that's why I don't have attack speed or cooldown, just so that you're aware of those things. We're actually on survivability with this one, to make sure that Linzer gets a couple hits in, and can make it work. So that is everything right there for you in terms of how we're set up with our particular team. We can look at the totals here, all the gear, so that you can see that as well. Here's all the gear, here's the total, because I get a lot of questions on these things every once in a while. There you go, all gear, total right there. And last but not least, all right, there you go. And this one in particular, because it is pretty rough and tough. And again, you can see I don't have Ascended. I do have Ascended here. I don't have Ascended here, and I don't have Ascended there, and I got some on Linzer. So again, as a free-to-play player, I'm pretty happy about this. And we're going to talk about how we can make this consistent. So again, the big thing is that RNG, a million hits, try again, right? However, the big thing is, all that you need to really know is just don't get to the summon units. If you can get through that, that is key, because once you hit the summon units, it's pretty much done. So you just need to lock this thing out. And in order to do that, there's a couple things that I like doing differently. I actually hit Frost Queen before we get to the boss, and then we start going with everything else. We can also auto at the same time, And again, Yeti's not going to get knocked out, so we don't have to worry about that out of the gate. That gets us kind of through the first gate, but we want to keep that freeze on. Then what we're going to do is we're going to keep everything on auto, and we're going to run at a slower speed so that we can click, 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 click. And we're going to try and keep all the attackers on. We want to make sure we get Sherbet on as many times as possible because we want all those stacks, and that's where we're really going to rip through the damage. And then additionally, if we can get Linzer's deduction and suspect stuff off before we use Sherbet, that's going to be the big one there. So hopefully that's a good brain dump for you here when it comes to Decadent Choco Cake Tower Tray 20. We did beat it. We'll see if we can do it again. Would be not RNG, of course, obviously, if we get it right back to back. So with that, thank you. If you get questions, comments, let me know. I'd love to hear from you. And again, I can't stress enough, join us in our amazing Discord server, my friends. It's in a phenomenal community just like this one here, and continue to support it by liking and subscribing. All right, so let's go for it here and see if we can make this happen. Here we go. Tray 20. Hooray. It's gonna be this one. I feel it, my friends. I feel it this time. There we go. Keep that in front. Take that damage off. There we go. Nice. Into the next one. There we go. Get that back in front. Still good. Get that off. Come on, Linzer. There we go. Still okay. There we go. Couple more hits here. Come on. There it is. Stay on it. Stay on it. Oh, come on. Let's get it this time. Yes. We did it. We did it in about less than 30 minutes. So not bad, huh? There you go. We got it. Nice long episode for you here today. Maybe 20 tries. However, again, let's go ahead. We're going to talk about that. RNG, make it a little bit better. So if I can do it in less than 30, you could do it in less than 30. How's that? Anyway, with that, my friends, we did it. Tray 20. Let's do a quick recap here, though, for you regardless. Okay, so a couple things about this. As always here, we got to keep the icing on the cake, right? Just keep pushing on animatronic. Not terrible, quite frankly. Once you get the system down, you get focused, just like some of the other ones. It's going to make it easier for you because you create that consistency. The one thing you just reset, just like I did. Not bad, though. We're trying to make it a little bit better on that. I like dropping Frost Queen like you saw before you get the boss line if you can, dropping everything else, hitting that off, because what you're trying to do is slow it down from that very, very, very first attack. If you can do that, that's going to help you not hit that soldier grouping that can really, really slow you down. So there it is today, my friends. I truly hope you enjoyed today's episode. I wish you the best on this one because RNG is a little brutal. However, we were able to make it a little bit more consistent for you, not hours worth, hopefully at least. And we do have the right strategy and guide for you here as the #1 free-to-play player to help you get by and take this thing down. If you still got a question, if you got a comment, let me know because I'd love to hear from you as always, and would love to see you again. And would love to see you on our amazing Discord server. So with that, thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it. Thank you for the likes and the subs as we continue to grow this amazing community here, my friends. Additionally, thank you so much to our members. I truly appreciate that. We do have memberships available. I will also put all the tries here for you into a special episode in the member space that you can check out as well. So with that, my friends, again, just truly a thank you, and I appreciate that likes and those subs. Don't forget, on top of that, we got a swag and a merch store and affiliate links, all nice ways to support the channel, my friends. Additionally, don't forget my socials, at me, chat me, stay connected, my friends. Lastly, get out there. We're on to 21. We got 20 done. And we showed you how to do it, how to make it easier, and the key tips and tricks to really pay attention to help you beat Animatronic of Deceit. With that, we'll see you again soon. Until next time, my friends, freeze this thing out and keep on running.